Good morning. Welcome back. It's a chilly Friday morning. We're going to have a big day combining beans down to Berkey today. We are going to take our spreader and the 7520, the loader tractor down there. We got that pile of potash to get spread. We can do a little bit of that this morning. But yeah, that's today's plan. We're going to fuel the tractor up here before we go, and then I have that guy coming to pick up those last 2 boxes, or 3 boxes of seed wheat that we've got down in the barn yet. So as soon as he's done, we'll take off. All right, well, we got our wheat taken care of. Brock came and left with the 7520. I'm going to roll out with the spreader here. See you in Berkey. We made it down here to Berkey, and I have like 500 pounds of MAP left in the spreader from when we finished up the other day. Yesterday. So I want to spread this out so we can load up some of our potash that's sitting in the big pink pile back there. The field that we did first here, the home farm, doesn't need any MAP. I was just looking at the script thinking, well, I'll just load that script and spread it out here, but it actually needs 0 phosphorus on this field, so we're not going to spread any. But the field that we got 20 acres done yesterday does need some, and including some of the areas that we started in where we already got combines, so I can drive over here and spread that out, and then we can load up the potash. This field does need potash, so we will spread that here this morning. It is 10 o'clock now, so yeah, we probably got an hour and a half before I'll feel comfortable starting combining, and once we can do that, we'll go. Should just need to make a round and a half here. So the back half of this farm was one that we put some tile lines in. They go this way, directly perpendicular to the rows, and it's rough. It's rough. We're gonna get the ripper down here and rip this up this fall, and it should level it off and be good after this. But yeah, we're bouncing back here. So 280 pounds left. We don't go all the way to the road. It's just the back part of this that actually needs the MAP. So just the roughest part, you know, that's par for the course. Okay, our belt is empty. And there's my loader tractor, so good deal. He left before I did. I thought I was coming up behind him partway down, and then we went through a little town, and he wasn't in front of me when I got out of town. I don't know if he stopped at the gas station and I just missed because I was worried about the light or what, but yeah, he's here, so we're gonna go load up a spreader load and spread this field with some potash. I gotta figure out how much we need to do that field. That pile should be enough for all of the bean stubble down here, so yeah, there should be 2 spreader loads there or something like that, but it'll do all of what we need, plus have a little extra probably. All right, well, it's not a half the pile, but we got plenty in there to spread this field, so go do it. Our gate should be the same. We shouldn't have to do anything there. We just change product in the monitor, and it changes the density and all that good stuff, and it should be pretty close. All right, well, we got this one dialed. We got this one done. We got the spreader dialed in. I stopped once to adjust my gate opening, and then the next time I checked, we were within 100 pounds after like 10 acres or something, and that's pretty good and close enough for me. Actually, probably after like 30 acres. So, yeah. We're done here. We can load the spreader back up, but I really can't spread anymore until we get a bunch more beans harvested. It's getting to be about that time. I saw Dad leave and head to the hardware store, head to the Lowe's a little while ago, so I ordered some pizza. He's gonna pick it up and bring it back here. We're all gonna just eat that for lunch, and then we will go over and get started. It's 11:30 right now, so we could probably get started anytime, but we'll eat lunch first and then go. Well, we got that spreader loaded up, cleaned up our pile a little bit. There's still some outside, but we got most of it cleaned up. Had some lunch, pizza here, and we're gonna go combine beans. Let's see what we can get done today. Well, we are reasonably situated here. Getting everything fired up. I got a whole bunch of stuff. I grabbed our bushels plus pan, so we're gonna do another drop test today. Frost test with that. And we've got the picture drone, so we're gonna fly that at some point here. That one probably sooner rather than later, because we're in some nice, really big, long rows right now. I should do it now. We'll make a round, get her fired up, and then we'll try and get it in the air. Yep, they're still dusty. Go figure. But our loss is way down from where we finished last night, so they're not as tough as they were, and thread pods are threshing out a little easier. That's a good thing. Says they're 14.5% moisture. That's probably pretty close, maybe a little drier than that. Yesterday when we started, it was 15.5 to 16, but the first load we hauled in was 14.5, so it was reading a little wet, but then once they get drier, it's closer. I don't know. Anyway, we should be good. Let's knock out some acres today and see how far we get. We aren't going to finish, but we'll get a lot done. If we can finish this field here, the rest of this long rows and this bit, and then do this field on the corner, I'll be feeling pretty good. We're working across these short rows here, and yeah, I told you what it was going to look like. It's tapering off. This is going to be better over here, but yeah, yields are hanging in there, low to mid 60s. They're not bad. Beans are dry. It's going well today. One thing I am noticing, our loss monitor over here is extremely low. Single bar across there that very rarely moves off of there, so we're going to do one of our pan tests, but I doubt we're going to see anything. Yeah, look at that. That is fascinating. All right, can you guys see this? So this is our relative grain loss map. So basically, it's mapping this. Low, lower, medium, high, higher kind of thing. The different colors there. And the mustard color is below target, well below target. The yellow is still really good. The green is in the target, and then red and dark red are bad. So this is kind of where we started yesterday, and we were mostly in the green, a little bit in the yellow. That's good. A few spots got into the red, but then as we were finishing last night, it started spiking up and was in the red quite a bit, and I didn't like it, so that's why we quit there. Look at where we started today. It's all been super low. Like, that's just, conditions just change overnight like that. We haven't had a single time when the loss has been even in the yellow below target today, so that's good. We will drop that pan here in a little bit. I want to throw a GoPro underneath, see if we can film it and watch it and actually make a decent video of using that thing. All right, we are gonna get our drop pan ready to go. Basically, I need to turn the power on it, but we're gonna set up the GoPro as well. So I put it on here when we started. It's still there. Yep, still there. That's good. I didn't go under the axle this time. I went under this little shield that's up there. It's a little farther forward. I think it'll be okay. Now the question is, where do I mount this camera? If I put it up here, you should be able to watch it fall, but we're not going to watch it catch anything. That's probably our best bet. We're just going to leave it right there. Well, we've got it armed. The bushels plus pan is on. I got my camera on. We're going to watch her go here. We'll get combine and get everything flowing good, and then we'll hit the red button. Ready? Shows no loss. Push the button. Dropped it. Now we keep combining until we get up here a little ways to where nothing else would fall in that pan, and we'll stop and we'll get out and check it. Our camera to start with here. Okay, we've got our separator dealio here, and there's our pan. In here, you see one bean, but let's dump it into our separator and see what we have got. So now we turn our fan up, and we start blowing all the stuff that's not beans out. Give it a little stir. Get any beans or any grain left in there cleaned up. Not much left. 2 pods with 1 bean each in them, some shriveled up ones, and we got a half there and 1 bean there. We're gonna weigh them up, but there ain't much. Well, once again, I cannot get this scale to work. I don't know what I am doing wrong. It says UNST, which I gather from a Google search means unstable. But I don't know how much more stable I can make it. Like, that's level, it's flat, it's not windy. Like, I don't. I've tried taking the batteries out, putting them back in. I've tried holding the power button down. I don't know what to do. I have another one of these scales. We'll have to get that one, but it's back at Waldron, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe it got some dirt in it. I don't know. Anyway, our loss levels look really good. We've got these 2 pods, which you can't really expect to get. If we break them out, yeah, there's beans, and we don't like that. But to have 1.5 beans outside of that, that's okay. That's pretty good loss. I wish I could weigh them for you and prove that, or just, you know, prove to myself that it's not much, but that doesn't want to work. So the catch pan works great. Scale, not so much. Well, I looked up some more on this scale and Googled the number and the message, and it said to try and reset it and do a 30. To take the batteries out, push down on the scale, do a whole bunch of stuff. I tried all that, nothing works, so we'll get the other scale for tomorrow. But either way, we're not throwing anything through the combine. It's doing its job. It's working like it's supposed to. We're in good shape. So unfortunately, I was going to make a really good TikTok video showing how that thing worked, but didn't work, did it? Well, we're still moving our way across here. Looking at my yield map, we've got some stuff going on here. We have, well, one, you can see this is a soil type difference. That's what the yellow, a little bit of orange there is, and then the rest of it's green, and it's a fairly defined line. I've talked about it already, but that is the Napanee soil versus the Hoytville clay loams, and it's just different soil types. We see it every year in the exact same pattern in the same fields here, so we're gonna ignore that. However, look at here how we have dark greens, and then all of a sudden they kind of stop, and we don't have as much of it over here. I'm I'm like, that's interesting. And we see the same thing down here. And really, even through the yellows and the oranges, we see a few more greens in that strip there. Why? There is definitely a trial going on there. I haven't decided yet if it's my seed treatment trial, because we do have one of those that we're kind of right on the edge of right now. This is the last pass in it. Or we did some testing out here with some source products from Sound Ag and some of their experimental stuff. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. I used some fulvic acid, and I am wondering if that is the strip that got the fulvic acid. I'm gonna have to probably go back and watch my YouTube videos from the day we sprayed this with the drone to figure that out, because it's in that video. Or I can look at spray records from some earlier applications, but I think it's in that drone application. And holy crap, something showed up. Nah, that's the wrong way to say that, because I've seen results from this product over and over. Like, we've seen it consistently, but to see it on the yield map in the combine, that's substantial. That is a significant win. And we gotta figure out what it was. That's very interesting to me. All right, well, we're in the middle of a live stream still, but we finished that field that we were in over there. We've moved over to the one on the corner here. They're not great beans. They're not quite as good. Hopefully they get better a little bit, but still moving across. We should get this 40 done tonight. We've got about 30 acres to go. And what time is it? 5:52. So yeah, we're doing pretty well. Things are still going all right. I don't know, not much to update you on. It's a boring day here, just running the combine, right? All right, well, we're still rolling. The sun's setting there. Say hi to me on TikTok Live. We've been doing that one for a long time. We've been live for a long time, you guys. A long time. Anyway, we are combining beans here. I forgot to push the button and start unloading, so Brock's probably wondering what the heck's going on. But we're down to about 10 acres to go in this field, but it's going to start getting tough on us. Hopefully we can finish them. We'll see how it goes. That'll leave us with one field to do tomorrow. It's across the road over there. And there's, I think, 68 acres in it. Used to be an 80 minus a couple of house lots, and now there's more house lots. And it's the one that's lotted off for sale. So we'll get over there tomorrow and finish them up. Hopefully we'll still get into some corn, although that's going to be questionable at this point. So yeah, going to be a slow going getting these last 10 acres. Probably take me close to an hour to do it, which it's 7 o'clock now, so we quit about 8 o'clock last night. It should work out. It should be fine. Well, just like all the other days, the beans are dusty, the lights come on, and it's hard to see. But we're down to 3 rounds to go here, so we'll ramp this one up pretty soon. So we are making this pass along the edge here, and the dust is so bad I can't see where the end of my head is, and if I'm going to hit that post that's over there. Like, I know there's a post there that I can see the bean rows curve around it, but holy cow, I think we're good here. Yeah, we're good on that one, but that dust is brutal. And I'm not entirely sure if I'm getting them all or not. I can't see anything. I think we're getting them. Oh, last round here, we're about done. Well, these beans did get a little bit better as we came across this field here. You can kind of see, so I'll zoom out here a little bit. So you'll remember this field we did earlier today, and that there was this big orange or yellow area that came across here, and like I said, it's going to continue across this field and goes into that corner. There's a little bit of better dirt up there, and there's a little bit better dirt over here. And so we started into these, they weren't very good. The whole field in general has not been as good as the other ones were. We're going to end up just shy of hitting 60 bushels. So a couple bushel off the pace from the other ones, 2 to 4 off from what we've already done. It is what it is. We've got one more field to go, about 78 acres. We will see if they are any good or not tomorrow. I'm gonna try and get an early enough start that we can shell a little bit of corn tomorrow. I don't know if that's gonna happen or not, but we're gonna be ready to go as soon as we can be. All right, well, we got it wrapped up and made it back to the farm here. We will finish up the beans tomorrow, and we'll see if we get in any corn or not. We got about 67, 68 acres of beans to run, so it's gonna take us a little bit of time, but I gotta go find my kids. Have a great night. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.